spot, we're going to be having a look at the new DC Superheroes Supergirl. Now this was the Supergirl in the more accurate and more later costume. I've already done a review of the initial white shirt, green Supergirl. Now we're going to be looking at the blue one. Before we actually get the closer look at the figure, let's look at the packaging. As I mentioned at the top, it says new. This was the original card to the figure. There is actually a rather interesting tidbit about this packaging. I'll give you a close look. There's Supergirl down below. The interesting aspect to this set, there's all the figures in the wave, is the back. Now the back, I mean, this card, as far as I can tell, this set was the last series released. I'll just pan this up so you guys can see it here. This was the last set to be released. However, you'll see that now this is the Bizarro, which I will be also reviewing. But as you can see, there has been some slight differences made to the cards. As you can see, the initial card right here features the original classic Superman, the repaint or the retool Supergirl that I'm going to be reviewing, the very terrible lava Doomsday, the red repaint Doomsday, then there was Parasite, and then there was Bizarro and Steel. From what I can tell, this was the exact same released series. This was the same wave, although there are slight differences made. You'll also notice too that the positions of the characters are the exact same. You see Supergirl flying, you see Superman flying. Although in this wave, which again, as far as I can tell, is the exact same wave, in this wave you have Kal-El, or not Kal-El, you have, yeah, Kal-El, Superman. You have the repaint Supergirl with the black skirt and the black trim around her shirt. You have the black suit Superman, although I don't really class this as the accurate black suit Superman, but you have Mongol, and then you have Bizarro, and then the repaint of Darkseid. Now the interesting thing too is that the initial card shows Bizarro without the Bizarro #1 necklace, whereas the what I believe to be the later released card does actually feature that. So it looks like, I mean, from what I can tell, these are part of the exact same wave, but they've just mixed up and they've added some characters along the wave. So it could have been like the same wave, but a Series 1, Series 2 wave, and that would explain the difference of the two characters. So we'll move that out of the way, and we will focus once again on Supergirl. What I will do is I will take a brief break. I'm going to get this package open up, and then we will get a closer look at the more recently released Supergirl. So stay tuned. Now getting a closer look at Supergirl here. This is definitely my favorite Supergirl figure, in comparison at least to the white costumed Supergirl. And actually, speaking of the white costumed Supergirl, I know somebody will ask me, can you do a comparison video of the two? So I figured I'd save you guys the trip, and I'd do both of them here at once. Now as you can see, it appears that even though the legs are a little bit different on, or the shoes are a little bit different on them, it looks like they've used the same upper half, the upper torso, and they've just merely recolored it. As well, obviously, this new Supergirl is sporting a much different hairstyle. There we go. Much different hairstyle than the other one. I definitely recommend this one. If you're going to get a good Supergirl figure that fits in with the DC universe, I think you would get this one over this one here. Although both have showed up in the comics wearing these attires, you know, you might want to get both, but just give you guys a back detailing. The cape is the exact same as well. They've reused the cape. So I mean, pretty much from the skirt up to the head, it's the exact same figure. Just a mild difference on the shoes there. So there you go. I'll move her out of the way just so you guys get a good look there. I'll move the original one out of the way. because I've already done a review of her. If you guys want to see a review of her, just check out my page there. Looking at this Supergirl, however, I really like the look of the character. Now, is it just me? Now, I said the exact same thing when I did the other Supergirl, that she looked like the chick from Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4. Of course, I've got to find some similarity with this one as well. Is it just me, or do you think that this Supergirl looks a lot like Sable from the old WWF days? Remember Mark Marrow, Wildman, and then there was Sable, Sablelicious? I don't know, is it just me? I think she looks a lot like Sable. A lot. But the one thing I don't like about the figure, and I commented this with the original Supergirl, I don't like that they've contoured the cape. That's fine. I really don't like that they've sculpted the hair so that it's blowing. It would have been nice if it was just straight down. You know, it's alright. It's alright if you got her in a dynamic pose where I guess she's looks like she's flying, but just to kind of have her standing there, it's just me. I know it's just a small gripe I have, but in the way of her articulation, she has articulation in the head, she has articulation in the shoulders, in the bicep, in the elbow, in the hand. She also has articulation in the waist, and she also has articulation in the leg, or not in the leg necessarily. You can rotate the leg a little bit, but more so in the knee and in the foot. But definitely though, I do like this figure quite a bit. I think I like this costume better on the Supergirl than the original one. I'll just bring the original one back in. I definitely like this one better. But it is nice to have both of them displayed because, like I said, in the comics they've both appeared with this costume, as well as if you watch the Justice League cartoon, which I'm a huge fan of, she initially came into the cartoon wearing the white shirt and the blue skirt, and then eventually went with the blue. And my money's on the blue. I like the blue one a lot better, but still, it is nice to have both. But there you have DC Superheroes Wave, what, 5? Wave 5 Supergirl. And I hope that hit the spot. I'll see you guys next time.